you have the reputation of like a player, and but I'm not chasing them, they're chasing me. I can't really be mean. I can't really like shut down the person, be like, hey, nah, I got a girlfriend, I work for the tips.
You know, you know when somebody's trying to tell you that, listen, the life that I live, the job that I have, I have women coming to me all the time, I don't ever go chase them, but they always come to me, obviously, when I'm working, when I'm performing, when I'm showing off my skills, doing the best that I do, doing the best job that I can possible when I'm being, obviously, a sailboat hostee or whatever it is, right? Now, I get it. In that line of work, a lot of women are going to be impressed by the skills he's doing, you know what I mean? Obviously, the shape he's in. So, yeah, 100%, he's going to get women that are going to want his attention. But does it mean just because they want his attention that he can't say to them, no, I've got a girlfriend, or no, that I'm seeing somebody, or no, I'm just not available right now? The way he worded himself there was crazy work. He was like, listen, like at the end of the day, if a woman's going to come in my life, they're just going to have to accept that I live their life where women want me. And you know what? I just can't say no because I want them to keep coming back. Yo, this guy's funny. I tell you what, Johnny's funny. But let's get into it though, because I do feel like this couple right now, this season is going to be quite interesting, and it's definitely going to have most of their relationship is definitely going to be around the whole infidelity type stuff. But anyway, let's get into the rest of what Johnny has to say.
Try my best to gain that trust, but she makes it impossible. I gave her access to everything. My cameras, I gave her my location, I try to answer the phone, even it's always...
Sorry, but this is just nasty work. When you're in that position where you have to start giving away everything, you know what I mean? Like, why do people still continue in a relationship like that, A relationship that has no trust and a relationship that is built on regaining trust is just nasty work. In fact, a relationship that began and trust was never actually built in the first place, and it was actually destroyed before it was even built, there's no recovery in that. Because even if you have a relationship where trust is being built and then you break the trust, even recovering that is a very, very hard thing to do. Near enough impossible for some people. So their situation right now, yeah, that's an impossible one.
Something, man.
It's so annoying. I got that.
Yeah. I went to go sit outside in my patio, and the camera doesn't show where I'm sitting. And so she got mad at me because she thought from one camera she saw me leave.
That is crazy work.
But from the other camera, she didn't saw me come in. So she thought that I went out for like 2 hours. That happened like a week ago. And I'm still trying to explain to her, like, I didn't go out. My car is still there.
Like, he has to understand the fact that you're even in this position where you're with somebody where they watch your camera, they got access to your camera, they can see you going in and out, and they're gonna time, blah, 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 blah. Like, your relationship is done. You don't even have a relationship. You know what I mean? This whole thing is just nothing but a waste of each other's time. That's what it comes down to. Boy.
There. I'm not manipulating the cameras. I'm not smart enough to do that. I don't.
Yes.
I know I did some mistakes in the past. In the beginning, I wasn't that exclusive. Being a guy, I did some really dumb things.
Did some really dumb things being a guy. Love the excuse right there. I mean, just categorize every single one of us being a guy. So you're saying that's what old men do? We all go and have a little bit of fun until we hear the exclusive title? Is that what you're saying? Man, please don't put us all in the same conversation, okay? Some of us are trying to get away from that stereotype.
For me to trust her. One day, when she was sleeping, I decided to grab her phone, open it up, and then I saw her having conversations with this guy, like sexual and all that kind of conversation.
And this is the maddest thing. These two are both completely loose cannons, He's out there taking a girl to Florida on a trip for her birthday, because that's what we found out last week's episode. And then also on top of that, he's out here talking about end of the day, before we was even exclusive, I was obviously having the time of my life with all the women that I obviously, meet on my job, living that La Vida Loca. To fast forward now, we're also hearing about how she was also moving mad as well. So we've got a relationship of two people that clearly loyalty is a bit of a sticky one. But it seems to me that he has taken accountability for his actions. But when Chloe was telling us her story last week about how he obviously stepped up by taking a girl to Florida and whatnot, she failed to mention the fact that she's also got a history of her own when she was texting a whole other dude. But I wonder why she failed to mention that.
I confronted Chloe about the situation. Chloe's face was like, You know, I didn't do anything. You know, like Chloe didn't want to admit it, and you know, it was hard because, of course, she was lying.
So because to her, because she didn't do anything with this person that she was talking to allegedly, it means that basically, you know, that just didn't exist. So therefore, there's nothing for her to really talk about, and there's nothing for her to declare to us. There's nothing for her to say to the peoples. Because remember, when she was telling us last week about the situation, she only spoke about him. Never once spoke about herself. In this situation, he's speaking about himself and also speaking about her, which is good because it shows that he's obviously taking accountability of it, and he's also paid attention to everything. But at the same time, though, is he a fool for staying with her? You know, given the fact that when he caught her, she denied the whole thing. She said, well, but nothing happened though. But meanwhile, for him, when he got caught, he actually admitted and said, you know, I'm gonna hold my hands up. Seems to me that one is happy to take accountability and the other one isn't. Now, even if both were happy to take accountability or both were happy to deny it, it doesn't really make a difference because it's clear that both of these two were living a life. Both of these two haven't bothered to even actually install trust in one another. Both of these two were spending time talking to other people or messing around with other people rather than actually trying to build that foundation. Two problematic people. She's 23, he's 32. Oh my goodness gracious me, the whole thing is already a sham. Not because of the age, but you could think that, but because one is 23 and one's 32, you'd be wondering, so where is the mature one in the pack? And right now, the mature one in the pack doesn't seem to exist. We've got an accountable one in the pack, but we don't have a mature one. But anyway.
To me, you know, we'll be exclusive to each other from now on.
Yes, I forgot. So once they both discovered that they both had been obviously once they discovered they both cheated in their own ways, they then decided to become exclusive. So therefore, the cheating would never happen again. Right. So basically, saying that okay, well, because we wasn't exclusive, we both was in our own right to have our own little fun. But now we can be exclusive, and you know, now we are exclusive. That means moving forward, we can now neither one of us can actually go and do something with somebody else. I mean, does being exclusive really give you that security to say that this person has changed, or this person is now going to be loyal to you? That is a very good question. You know, does it give you that? I mean, hell no. Being exclusive doesn't mean a goddamn thing. If the person had the ability to do it beforehand, they're going to have the ability to do it again anyway. Because at the end of the day, if they did it before and they got away with it, well, then they have no excuse. Well, then they have every reason to do it again because they know they can get away with it again. Just because they have the exclusive title, it doesn't mean that this time, if they get caught cheating on each other, it doesn't mean that they're gonna that they're now gonna break up. All it means is that they'll end up having another conversation and find another reason of why it's okay for them to continue being in a relationship. Yeah, because look at it this way: if you forgive someone for cheating on you today, you're probably gonna forgive them again tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes it takes people to be cheated on several times before they can even actually call it quits. That's why if someone cheats on you, you call it quits straight away. Straight away.
But we don't trust each other at all. I'm very worried Chloe's not ready to leave the party lifestyle. Chloe's only 23. And so maybe she just wants to be Aruba because it's paradise and all her.
So it's crazy because obviously he admits to the fact that right now trust between the two is non-existent. And then also on top of that, because she's 23, she still wants to live that young life. How is he going to be able to trust her if she still wants to live that young life? Do you see what I'm saying? The party lifestyle. So again, if she still wants to live that lifestyle, well then them two trying to build trust hasn't even started yet. And it's probably never going to get there.
Friends come and she can drink all women do when they come and vacation mode and drink and party. It really makes it hard for me to trust her and believe what she's saying is actually true.
And then there's that part too. He's very aware of obviously how Americans behave. He's very aware of how American women behave when they come to Aruba. They go there to obviously have a great time. So yeah, but it's funny though because you see her friend was saying so Chloe's friend last week was saying to Chloe that American women do go there to have a good time with those men in Aruba. And all those men in Aruba will happily have a good time with those women. So yeah, there's a whole lot of truth being said behind this. I mean, listen, let me know your thoughts on the matter itself in particular. Do you think these two are actually going to find a way to make it work? Or do you think that they are already doomed and there's no point of return? For me, there's no point of return. But hey, I'm definitely excited to see how this plans out. Either way, though, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.